Ladies and gentlemen, there is so much to break down between Carson Wentz's just bad decision making last Sunday night and Doug Pederson's horrible play calling at times on Sunday night. But I want to start with a play that bothers me the most because, number one, a lot of people jump to conclusions on the play that they need to slow down and really watch the film because there's been some bad takes on it. But number two, it's illustrative of the bad coaching. Like, there were so many things within this one play that reveal so much about our coaching that I think needs to be addressed. All right, y'all. Let's get it. We're going 4th and 3 if you didn't catch on yet. What's up, Eagles Nation? What's going on, NFL world? How you doing, division rivals? This is Stephen Hyder with Gate City Sports Channel, the sports channel where the cerebral NFL fan comes for about 10 minutes of daily content. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever it is you get around to watching us. Once again, guys, my name is Stephen Hyder, and this is Gate City Sports Channel. All right, y'all. Today's topic. You already know where I'm going to take you guys. We're going to do a deep dive on one particular play that I think it reveals a lot. And I've listened to people like Baldy break down the play, which I do think Baldy got some things wrong. I will caution people. This is why it's really important to be very skeptical of first to post on things. Just because someone's the first to post doesn't make their point very good. Sometimes they're trying way too hard to just be the first person to get information out there, and it may not be very accurately broken down. And I think we just got an example of that. But number two, I've also heard takes that I thought were absolutely correct, and I'm going to show you everything they're talking about. If you listen to Trey Thomas's take on this play, guys, he nailed it. Got it 100% right. I see the same exact thing on film. And if you guys are familiar, Trey Thomas has he's got a podcast with, former Eagles center Jackson and then Todd Ahrman's. They do a podcast together. And on this podcast, they kind of go into this play a little bit. And I'm going to show you highlight from highlight. I'm going to take you and slow this down for you with the All-22 and show you guys exactly what happened on this play and why we should all, and I'm going to add something that Trey didn't add to it, but why we should all be really, really angry with Doug Pederson, because this is just very, it points out so much, guys. I'm losing words. I'm losing the ability to speak words right now because I'm absolutely frustrated by this film. All right, y'all. Here it goes. The very first angle I'm going to show you is simply put the game angle, right? What we all saw live. It's the live angle that we're given during the game. This is why this is important, guys. Pay attention to when we break the huddle. Look at the play clock. You know this is 4th and 3. You can clearly see where everyone is lined up and if they're going to bring pressure on this play. You have to take a timeout here. A timeout by Doug Pederson right here stops the momentum of everything. Everything stops right here, okay? We can have an opportunity to get this under control. And some of you might be asking, well, why waste the time out there? Well, number one, you're not wasting it. This is the second quarter. You're going to get 3 more the very next quarter. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, use your timeouts. Stop the progression of this crap from happening. It's ridiculous that he did not use a timeout here. We did not set the protection as a result. And I want to give you a look at that. So we're going to switch camera angles, right? Now I'm going to show you the field angle, okay? So here, what you're going to see is pay attention, because at the hike, you're going to see Jalen Smith runs out to take away the flat, okay? You're going to see one of the safety runs out to take that flat route. That's the hot route. It gets taken away, okay? Watch the interior, though. The interior is going to run a stunt. They stunt. And on that stunt, Van Der Esch comes with it. Because Jason Kelce did not have enough time to set the protection, this is wide open. He didn't have enough time to tell Pryor what to do in this situation, to speak to his left guard to tell him what to do in this situation. So now what you have is 2 players coming through a gap. This is what happens when a coach doesn't coach the game, doesn't manage the clock well. You cannot have this happen on a 4th and 3. This is really, really bad mojo, guys. This is so illustrative of a coach who needs to get out of his own way. Like, this is not good game management. I don't know how else to say this. There's no polite way of saying it, guys. This was not managed well. This was a very, very poorly executed play call. So, do what you want with it, guys. I'm just showing you the basic facts here. Doug messed this one up badly. For the second clip, I want to take you to something that Trey Thomas said during his podcast. Because he's right. He's absolutely right, guys. I can show you this on film and verify it for you.
This is my thing, and a lot of people don't understand. Is that when practices are, the quarterback always has his first read in practice. First read is always there, so he gets the ball to his first read, everybody feels good, and we move on to the next play.
He says basically, this is the problem he has with the way that Doug has handled practices. And this is pretty much going across league-wide. When you're in camp and you're in practices, that first read on hot reads is always open. They never take it away. But when you get into games, things happen. Your hot read gets taken away. Just watch the progressions of Carson Wentz, guys. Goes to the hot read, which is Boston Scott in the flat. That's taken away by a linebacker and a safety. His second read is all the way back to the boundary side of the field. And now he's looking out at Fulgham, okay? Had the line held up, this is probably a huge gainer, okay? I'm not saying that. He's watching the safety. I'm pretty sure that safety catches Carson's eyes and brings him to his third read, because when he sees the safety start to jettison down, he realizes something must be happening underneath. And he goes into what to me looks like the third read to Ward. Here's the crazy thing about this, guys. That's a full field read on a 4th and 3 with pressure in your face. Why would we not be in a half field read there? E-Rock had asked a question to Trey Thomas on Twitter about this. He had asked about, are they still doing a half field reads? I think he asked a really good question, but he asked it in the wrong emphasis. The question should have been, why were we in a full field read on a 4th and 3 instead of a half field read? You have got to get the ball out. Vander Esch got through in 2.77 seconds, guys. That is really difficult on a quarterback. We should not have been in a full field read here. This makes no sense, guys. You have to be half field read here. And we had all the elements to have half field read, by the way. If you look, and I told you guys this last year when I broke down the Seattle game, I explained to you guys what a half field read was. When you see the triangle, when that triangle gets formed, that's normally a really good indication of a play design that has half field read in it. Carson can choose, he has the leverage to choose which side of the field by the defense's adjustment. Like, okay, like I'm going to have these 3 reads either to the left or these 3, to the boundary side, or these 3 reads to basically over here to the field side. He has the leverage to choose where he wants to do the half field read by the defense, okay? But it should be still a half field read. You should not be going full field read here. And you can see you had 1, 2, 3. There's your triangle. There's all the elements for a half field read. In my opinion, if Carson and Doug have a half field read called here, he probably hits Goddard there. He definitely probably sees Greg Ward Jr. a split second earlier. There's probably a first down, okay? I will caution people, a lot of people thought that Greg Ward Jr. was the hot read. No, he's not. Anytime you're running that hook action, that's a zone beater. That's not a hot read, guys. That's a zone beater. That's a built-in zone beater with that underneath drag play being a man beater. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're running elements to kind of beat any kind of defense that gets thrown out there at them. But this is just, number one thing is what Trey Thomas said. We're not practicing on what you do when the first read gets taken away on a hot read. That's an element of coaching. That's a problem, Doug. You can't fool me, my guy. I understand what's going on, and you're a problem. Number two, I don't think Carson changed this play call just because of the amount of time. They broke with like 6 seconds, 5 seconds on the clock. I don't think there's enough time there to audible anything. So I'm pretty sure this is a built-in Doug thing. Why are we in full field read, guys? We need to be a half field read there, not a full field read. It's just absurd to be that. All right, y'all. Let's go to one final element of this play. In any given play call, there's complexity, okay? I'm here to admit that. There's complexity to this. There are elements of this play design, the design of the play, I really like. The cross formed off the wing on Goddard. I love the play design here, right? With these 4 quick breaking routes, all that stuff. The only thing I don't like about the design is that when you're in a 4th and 3 in a sped up situation, you don't go half field. I felt like this play had elements to be both a half field and a full field read, but it's game circumstance that should dictate when you're in the full field versus the half field read on this play. So execution I thought was bad. And I thought that, at some elements to it, the actual design of the play was decent. Made a lot of sense, right? Their stuff did get open as a result of it. I mean, it was a really well-designed play. The execution of this play was just horrible. Now, this is what I will say, is watch the route designs here. I'm going to pop it up on the screen for you, right? You got Scott going into the flats. You got Goddard kind of coming up and going on an out route. You got Greg Ward Jr. doing a hook route. And then over here, you got kind of a little drag route coming in from Rager off the line. I mean, lots of confusion. Meant to get guys open quickly there. It's just the execution, guys. It's the simple, subtle things, like when your first read isn't there. Okay? Both of those guys went out there and defended the flats. They kind of saw that one coming. Second thing was, in terms of the execution, because now we didn't coach it up. Okay? Why are we going into full field? We should be half field, right? If we go half field, this is completed. If we have enough time to set the line protection, this is probably completed. I think we picked this blitz up. We at least give Carson enough time to get the ball out. It's execution, guys. This play design, more than anything, led me to the realization that our execution at times is just not good. All right, guys. I hope this was helpful. I thought Trey Thomas did a really good job breaking this one down. Like I said, he didn't really throw in the progression thing there. I kind of threw that in for you guys just to kind of see what I'm talking about between why I feel like a half field and a full field read and why there was a mistake here. But I'm frustrated with the film on this one, guys. We had an extra day to prepare for this game. We started preparing on Monday and not Tuesday for this game because we had a Thursday game. Thursday night. Like, we had extra days of rest. We had an extra day to prepare. And this was the product we put out on the field. I am beyond frustrated right now. All right, y'all. That's all I got for you. Listen, I'm going to throw up all my links for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff, guys. If you want to follow me there, you can follow me there. I'm sorry I'm not articulate today. I'm so frustrated I can't explain it in words right now. All right, y'all. You know me in these videos. We do a little E-A-G-L-E-S. All right, y'all. Let's go, Eagles.